Okay, Missouri Star, here's our rock the block. Let's go make them. But first, always remember to share this so it will save to your profile and you can find it when you're looking for it again later. So Missouri Star has given us a challenge, rock the block. So we have to make 2 quilt blocks in 2 different ways. We're gonna make the same quilt block only in 2 completely opposite fabrics. We're gonna make bright and floral, and then we're gonna make something a lot more muted. Now, I love a star. This is the star, and this star came from this box, the Quilt Builder card deck. This is set 2. I'm not sure how many sets there are, but I'm pretty sure I have all of them. I love them. So when you turn it over, it shows you how the block goes together and what dimensions you need to cut your pieces for a few different sizes. This one has for 6, 8, 10, 12, and 36-inch blocks. We're making 12-inch blocks. And we're going to make one from some Deer Stella fabric and one from some Silver Spoon fabric. Okay, we started by cutting out our center block, and our instructions say to cut our center block 6.5 inches by 6.5 inches. So that's what we did. Then we cut our stars. Now they're doing this a little differently than what I've normally done, but we're following the instructions, so I'm gonna do it like they said. And the instructions say to cut this piece 7 1/4 and to cut an X across it, so you have these pieces. So that's what we've got, all right? Now, our triangle pieces are 3 7/8 and cut in half. So we did that, we cut them 3 7/8 square and cut it in half. Now we're laying our pieces out just like this. And then these are our squares that go on the outside. So the first thing we're gonna do is sew these together. We're gonna sew this together, this together, this together, and this together. And we're gonna sew those together like this. We're gonna take these 2 pieces. The first one we're gonna lay pretty side to pretty side, and we're going to sew right here, straight stitch, 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when we start and when we stop. And then we're gonna open that up and we're gonna lay this one on top of it and sew it the same way. And we're gonna do that to all 4 of these, and then the same thing to all 4 of these. So we have this one and these 2, this one and these 2, this one and these 2, this one, and these 2. So we're gonna sew all 4 of our sides for both blocks. Okay, I'm gonna go iron mine, you go iron yours. And yes, I should have ironed them after I put the first one on and then put the second one on, but I didn't. But if you want to, I want you to, but don't yell at me in the comments for not. I'll be back. I'm back, I've ironed mine, you've ironed yours. Now, we're gonna take our large block. And we're going to take our small blocks and we're going to sew it to our large block. And the first way we're going to do this is we're going to sew the top and the bottom of each one. We're going to sew this one together, and then we're going to sew this one together. Now make sure that your star points are facing your center of your block, or else you're not going to come out with a star. And then you're going to be frustrated and say, what did I do wrong? So we have this one to sew and this one to sew. And we're gonna sew those by placing them pretty side to pretty side. Just center it up if you have some extra. You see how I have some extra on both sides? I'm just centering mine. I do not trim my blocks, and I know lots of people do, but by the time I start trimming mine and I get down to the smallest one, I have to start all over because I'm gonna have a Barbie doll quilt because my blocks just get smaller and smaller and smaller. I don't trim mine. I'm not telling you not to trim yours. If you want to trim yours, I want you to. I'm just showing you how I do it. I'm laying them pretty side to pretty side. I'm gonna center mine, and then I'm sewing this with a straight stitch and a 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when I start and when I stop. And I'm gonna sew my triangles to the top and the bottom of both of my blocks. Okay, I've sewn these, and the next thing that has to happen is they need to be ironed. Y'all. Okay, I've sewn these. The next thing that needs to happen is they need to be ironed, but we're gonna need to iron this too. So we're gonna go on and sew these, and then we'll come back and iron all of this and sew it together. So on these squares, we're gonna put 1 square on the end of 2 of our star point blocks, okay? So we're gonna do that for those 2 and this for these 2. And we're gonna do that by turning the block upside down, one face up, one face down, pretty side to pretty side. We're going to straight stitch with a 1/4 inch seam, back stitching when we start and when we stop on all 8 of these blocks actually. 2 here, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. I'm gonna go iron these 2 and these 4. You go iron yours, I'll be right back. I'm back. And do y'all see what I did? I sewed it wrong, upside down, because evidently I wasn't paying attention. I mean, I thought I was. Really, I was listening to what's on the TV, and so here we go, pulling it out. Now let's sew it the right way and go iron it again. I've ironed my pieces. Now we're gonna put them together, just like this, for both blocks. And we're gonna do that by picking up this, laying it face down, sewing here, laying this one face down, sewing it here on both pieces. And then we're gonna look at our awesome quilt blocks we just made. Okay, you go iron yours, I'll go iron mine. I'll be right back. I'm back. Here's our 2 blocks, y'all. They could not be any more similar or any more different. We have one star that's bright and colorful and one that's muted and grays, and both of them are gorgeous. I think I'm gonna put this one for sure on the front of a sweatshirt or the back of a jacket or something, and I'm gonna find the perfect place for this one too. What do y'all think? My name is Tammy. I'm your favorite sewing teacher, and I would love for you to come sew with me.